Welcome to Cat Energy Work. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a reading for the triplets here. We've got an heat sandwich, Leo, Aquarius. Why did I not do that right? Leo, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Leo and Aquarius are opposites, and Sagittarius is holding the camera. So, we've got our Triptych Door reading. For some reason, I allowed the middle to be a double. I'm trying to keep these cards are the Syrian Starseed Tarot is a little bit bigger than everybody else. So I gotta try to keep the cards in the view a little bit. Come on there, people. Alright. And the side doors. Alright, Syrian Starseed Tarot and then Starseed Oracle. So all my pairs are matchy-matchy. And let me get, oh, I didn't do the bottom of the deck for the other reading. Whatever. They'll live. Alright, I need to make sure that we got focus? Okay. That's not, that card wasn't part of the reading. That was just so I could see lettering. Okay. Alright, no, not the middle first, the side. Alright, we're looking at the full moon and the solstice. We have... Oh, I feel like I said baby steps in the Scorpio and Pisces reading, but I'm not sure. There was an archway on that too, but it was set up different. Look at this star portal opening in this very, Connor O'Cloud fighting the Kurgan kind of, like Sean Connery up here, like, my car has improved your voice. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense, right? I'm being called to the gathering, but I don't know what it is, because I've only been alive for 18 years. Oh, this one's upside down. Holy crap. Alright. Not an arch, but primitive version. This we have a whole ass portal opening up. The wormhole. See, this is the gateway, and we see there's a wormhole here, and then this is like the whole frickin' side view of it. This is from like inside looking into the tube, and this is looking on the side. That's what the wormhole looks like. Although when you're in it, it looks like iridescent cloud. Looks kind of like a silvery gray with rainbow tints. But it's like a tube. Oh, so there's like a unicorn in there for a second, like right around here. Activated Earth, power plays ley lines, trust where you're led. Again, did I say going to the gathering? This is in the upside down, so we're confused or there's a delay. I want this way. I like that better. So baby steps. Like, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't want to trip and fall. So I'm treading very cautiously. Like, look how, like, there's like a million of these little tiny steps. But it'll get you to the top of the mountain. Alright, let's see what the middle is. Two of Orbs inverted, so I am being able to see from a different perspective now that I'm all the way frick up here. And then the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups came out in the Scorpio and Pisces reading. And look at all these goddamn steps here. So it's like each step is trying out like a different concept or a different personality. Like I found 174,000 different ways to not activate the Stargate. And this testing has led me to the conclusion that I know very much now how to do it, because of all the ways not to do it have narrowed down my research. You know, or my perspective is that I've tested this machine in the simulator specifically to failure for like 4 million simulated digital trials. Those are all the baby steps. And we're fairly certain that the model that eliminates those failure points in the manufacturing is going to be one that's fairly durable and trustworthy. Right? It's like troubleshooting. But during the development process. It makes me think of how Tesla, who probably autistic, would be going about his business, and he'd always have some, like, in the back of his head, he would be lab testing some idea that he had, like, to failure in the back of his head, so that when he actually built the first like meat space dimensional model of it, it would usually mostly work. And I mean, this is something that I do, like if I'm trying to work on a craft project, perchance, like, per se, like the cat plushies I was doing. I had to, for Reginald Q Pants and his speakers, I had to figure out how, this is Kefir, by the way. So the I did like 20 something of them last month that I haven't put up on Etsy yet, the rest of this fabric, and I had some like various different crystals and little objects for them to hold, right? So Kefir has this little jar of peach crystals, and I would be thinking in the background while I'm like going to the bathroom or the grocery store, or laundry or washing dishes, or zoning out on my computer, I would be thinking, okay, so what's, like, who's gonna have what thing? How am I going to build the speakers? How, like, okay, first I have to take my old headphones apart. I have to make sure the epoxy isn't stuck to the inside so I don't break it so they still work. And now I have to, like, build a template and find some mat board or some cardboard, and I'm going to glue it, and then I got to paint it, and then I got to sew the lace onto it and the little feet on, and, you know, and so I'm sort of like in the background, I'm like running through this process in my head so that when I go to do it, I kind of know what I'm doing instead of just like sitting there entirely going through this trial and error, right? So it's like I'm testing out thought forms before I do a field test, basically. And you know, it's like, oh, I have a great idea, but I'm going to think about it, right? Like, oh, I want to go on a vacation to, I don't know, my brain is saying Disney. So I'm going on we'll just say Disneyland. Wait, no, Disney World, Florida, Gators, angry snakes. So I've got a great idea. I'm going to go on vacation to Disney. All right. So it's going to be hot there. It's going to be peoply. It's going to be expensive. So I need to like find a time when I can put in for vacation. I need to, book the hotels, book the tickets, find out how much I can spend on junk food and knickknacks. How much time do I want to spend waiting in line? Do I have to get a fast pass? Is it like $2,000 for parking? Like, and then sort of start planning this, and it's in my head. It's not like I'm just gonna like hop on a Greyhound bus and then, you know, hitch a ride in there and then wait in line 3 hours to go on a ride in the rain that somebody threw up on. You know, it's like this whole process where you start sort of imagining it in your head. Like, I'm an athlete and I'm going to, you know, it's like I'm going to practice my muscles on my like slidey gym equipment before I go in and actually start my ski racing, or I'm going to, Like, it's like in Caddyshack where it's like, I'm gonna be the ball. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 you know? For anyone who's as old as me. I'm like 41. I'm not that old, but when I see entire people who were born, like, the year I graduated from high school, I'm like, all right, I'm old, never mind. So hopefully that makes sense. You're sort of, I'm gonna say this like porthole, the portal opening up like the mouth on the freaking dune worm, or the sandworm in Beetlejuice, or the graboids in Tremors. It's like I'm again, it has a lot to do with taking something that's only existing in this sort of mental, emotional, or like in my soul space, and bringing it into the three-dimensional. It's all about, like, you know, finding an option that's practical, that actually does what you want it to. Also, I just noticed that this looks like a buffalo. And they got like the head here, the little like beard or drool, and then it's like the chest, and then the back of it over here, and it's standing behind a rock. Anyway, I'm getting rambly. Hopefully that was enough conclusion and enough sort of examples to sort of make sense of what's happening here. I'm finding my path through increments of like manifesting into reality pieces of things in my life that work based on what I was thinking, right? It's like, I'm not going to wait till I find some little plastic tub that just happens to be the right size. I'm going to build a speaker out of cardboard that's this big. And just so you sort of understand what I'm talking about, since I'm still rolling film here. Nerf! Okay. These are the speakers in question. Okay, a little cymatic plate there, and the speakers. Okay, so I got from working headphones, and they still work because I plugged them in and tested them. Alright, so we have the speakers, and at some point when I get the pictures done of everybody that's taking up a whole box, I will just put that up here so you can see them. We'll get Reginald Q Pants and his 20-something siblings up on Etsy. Alright, so instead of having some crap-ass thing, I thought about it a few times, and, like, you know, a week later, this is what I made. So, and they don't really roll, but they look like it. They're little crystal beads. Okay, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my playlists tab. These are going to be on Etsy. I think I have to be like deeper into the system financially to be able to connect Etsy to my website, which is through Shopify. But eventually these other cat plushies will be on my Etsy, and you can check out my t-shirts and stuff and my blog on my website. Alright, stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for spending time with me at Cat Energy Work. If you'd like to continue hanging out and supporting me, you can check out all my contact points at linktr.ee/cattheminion. You can also check out my new website, cattheminion.com, where I'll be posting blogs. I've got some merch, and we'll be continuing to work on that as we roll forward. If you want to get a tarot reading, you can get it through my website, or hit me up anywhere you can contact me with Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Those are also great places to donate if you found any of my videos helpful, entertaining, or interesting. At this time, you can find real artworks that I've made on Etsy. And again, thanks for stopping by.